Hello, I'm Jack.
And I'm Jacob.
We're the owners of Southend and Crossfit. What is Southend CrossFit?
It's a place where people feel like it's their second home. It's a place where they feel like they have people they can train with, communicate with, trust. It's a place where you feel like you've got family,
Yeah,
you know?
that's nice.
Some direct family, some not direct.
Yeah. Southend is, we're a CrossFit gym to start with. We started in Maroubra, which is where I'm located mostly. And then as of last year, 2025, we made our way down to Shell Harbour here as well. So we're just over a year into Shell Harbour. So we have 2 locations, 2 CrossFit gyms. That's what Southend is as a whole.
But we're not a full CrossFit frothy type gym, are we?
Yeah, we're kind of like we're like a cool CrossFit, right?
Like we
Right?
we like it, but we're not like
Yeah.
CrossFit this, CrossFit that. Like we like the modality, we like the training style, and I think we both came from that boring style of training, and CrossFit's just basically fun, interesting, and gets you very strong and very fit.
Yeah, we agree. CrossFit works for sure. It works for a lot of our members, from people that have never been to the gym. We've got lots of those. Never even done a sport even for their whole life. And it also works for people like us, I guess, who did sport our whole life. Then, like you said, transitioned to normal gym, and all ages and abilities sort of in between that. That's who CrossFit is for. That's who it's prescribed to, as from CrossFit itself. I think probably there is occasions around the world where that isn't actually the fact. So it's a big part of our mission to make sure it is accessible to all those people. And when they get here, they're having a good time.
Yeah, 100%. Like we like to focus on people who are complete beginners and wanting to just change up their training or just start training for the first time. That's very important to us. So people who have never even stepped into a gym and they step into a Southend, they feel welcomed, they feel looked after, and they don't feel intimidated. That's an important part for us. Second most important part is a zero dickhead policy.
Yeah,
isn't it?
That is important.
Yeah.
Bleep that.
You put that one in, didn't you?
Was it me?
What classes is a dickhead though?
Yeah, because physiologically it rarely happens. I don't think.
It's quite funny actually. You surprised me with that one a little bit.
Maybe keep it in. No, I think it's someone that values themselves and what they're doing over the greater good of what everyone else is doing in the gym or in life, I guess, as well.
Yeah, it's being considerate, making sure people are considerate of others. Like the amount of time people just go to get some clips or plates and you see members just handing ab mats or clips to other members before they got there just to help them out or help them out tidying their bar away or clearing their equipment away after class.
Yeah.
It's kind of that like we're all in it together and it's not all just that one person. It's not all about one individual.
Yeah.
It's about everyone having a good time and enjoying their training.
Yeah, sometimes you find in the class you end up having, even though there's only one coach employed for the session, you end up getting a few extras that are like giving people tips and like the more experienced members.
Usually, just trying to look after people maybe,
if they're unsure on a movement or giving feedback or any sort of thing like that.
Yeah, there's no judgment of, you can't do this, because everyone at the gym started day one, couldn't do a lot of the movements or were like new to a lot of the movements. So we've all had our experiences with not being able to do, whether it's pull-ups or with a barbell or skipping or whatever it is. So it's just finding where you're at now, finding a suitable progression with your coach, and then just building some fitness and having fun with the journey of trying to learn new skills at the same time. Because how boring is it just going on a leg extension for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
You know?
And if we look back at the start of of Southend. So Southend was yours before it was mine as another gym. You started in the CrossFit space.
Yeah, 2016 we opened it up. Yeah.
So our gym in Maroubra has been there for 10 years. Jacob was there from pretty much the start.
Yeah.
And what was the transition into CrossFit for you compared to what you were doing?
So looking back, I've always kind of done CrossFit style. Like I'd be in the gym, I'd be trying to stay fit and strong for sport, for soccer, but bodybuilding and just your traditional training doesn't really help you. Actually makes you worse in some ways. So I would find other ways to be able to try and keep myself fit and strong. And that's where I kind of stumbled across CrossFit, and then I started training, and just instantly loved it. Just how challenging it was, how different it was, how efficient it was as well. Like even just then, we just had a 14-minute workout, and it was just felt like an hour.
Yeah, if we're
but
if we're
as in we got a
shivering.
lot of work done in that 14-minute time frame.
I might need a towel break soon.
Yeah.
Get rid of that.
So it's very love the efficiency of it, especially with people who've got busy lives and kids and so on. You can really bang out a lot of work in a CrossFit class or in a CrossFit session.
Yeah.
So then that's where I was like, more people need to be doing this style of training, and it was something which I was passionate about. And I didn't want to. I always wanted to open a gym, but I didn't want to open a gym with something which I didn't feel passionate about.
Yeah.
Like an F45 or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that doesn't get me up in the morning to coach. Whereas we love coaching, and how hard it's difficult to keep coaching just like hops over a cone. You know what I mean? Whereas like CrossFit, you have all your Olympic lifts, you have your gymnastics, and then you have your traditional lifts as well. So there's so much to actually coach and improve people coming through the door and seeing their progressions over time.
Yeah, what's the main difference between a CrossFit gym and where you were training and personal training before?
Definitely just the people, I would say. Like where I was training before, I would describe it as quite toxic and negative, and people looking at themselves, taking videos of themselves in a bad way as well. Not in like looking at their technique, but more like, look how much work I'm doing, but I'm not actually doing much work, and I put that up on Instagram.
Right.
Just all a bit false. And then when we opened the CrossFit gym, it just attracted a lot of people who were just down to earth, good, honest people who just want to come and train and like be part of something, I think, as well, rather than just headphones in and just going into a gym and just head down on the floor and just walking around and not talking to anyone.
Yeah.
Actually being like, the amount of friends we've seen over the years, or like, well, we met over gym.
Yeah.
Didn't we?
Yeah, exactly.
We met at Southend years ago, and then obviously mates, and then we're building this.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I started in the fitness first scene.
Yeah.
Which I just had a membership basically, and I went every now and then. But it was the same thing: headphones on, go there, you don't talk to anyone. Maybe even the front desk person didn't say hello, and I'm sure that's their only job. But anyway, regardless, maybe they were busy. But yeah, it was just that environment of like, you're almost like, it's almost disencouraged to talk to people there. Like it's almost in the thing to be like, are you done with your machine yet? I'm going to go after you. Like,
and also, do you feel like no one's really doing much?
Yeah, there's lots of scrolling, lots of like going through the playlist and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
why were you going there then?
It's kind of all I really knew about as a gym. Like, I lived near it. I've had a gym membership my whole adult life, and then I've probably done triple the amount of gym sessions in CrossFit than I did my whole 10 years prior to that, for example. But I was the same thing. I was in a gym like that. I wasn't in the personal training space, but I was just in the gym, and then I ended up stumbling across a CrossFit documentary and tried out your gym. and instantly loved it. And then, as you said, made friends, met you. You ended up being now business partner.
Yeah.
Also met my wife there.
Yeah.
Became an owner. Now we have 2 gyms. So
yeah. Do you remember those first couple of sessions when you walked in?
yeah, I was hooked. It was like, I don't remember what the workouts were, but I knew it was. I was from a sporting background, but at the time that I joined,
I think it was skipping. Was there? Was it skipping? Was I there for your first session?
maybe I can't remember exactly. But I was already okay at skipping.
Yeah, you could double it.
Somehow,
Yeah.
But yeah, I just remember it being like I said, I was from a sporting background, but in the, I don't know, 8 or so years prior, I hadn't been playing sport. I'd just been, as I call it, on the construction diet.
Yeah.
I was a builder at the time.
Yeah.
With this gym membership, which was, you're just like a number in this place. Like, it's cheap enough that you just forget it comes out of your bank account every week, which I think is part of it as well. Like, there's no accountability with that.
Yeah.
I wasn't following a plan, none of that. Wasn't talking to anyone at the gym, so there's no one like encouraging you to go there more.
Yeah.
Which all these factors I didn't know were issues at the time. I wasn't joining CrossFit for like, oh, I need extra motivation or I need to learn new skills or anything. I just discovered that when I got there.
Yeah.
And that's what kept me there, the skills, learning new skills, like still learning today, still trying to master different techniques and that sort of thing, as well as getting fitter, stronger, more mobile, all these things that I didn't realize I was looking for, but on top of the community, the relationships I've made from it as well, it's that's what kept me coming, and obviously I like it because now I have 2 of them. I have 2 gyms.
You
So,
do. I think that's what
believe in it.
surprises people the most, though, is when people join the gym. I think like even like now when I speak to people, I'm talking to them and they are talking to me like they just joining a gym. Like they're talking to me like they're joining Fitness First or these other types of gyms.
Right.
Like for the fitness.
Right.
And it is, you are joining for the fitness.
Yeah.
But what they underestimate and what surprises them is like how nice people are, how good of the coaches are.
Yeah.
And like they build that connection and that rapport straight away. And they're like, oh fuck. Like people actually care about me.
Yeah.
Actually like they remembered that I've got a bit of a sore knee from this and that, and they've asked me about it and they want to say, oh, should we change this so we can sort of like make it feel okay.
Yeah, I don't think I knew that there
Rather
was...
than just going to get fit. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like, which you will get fit.
Yeah.
It's like, it's much more
That's almost
than
like
that.
the byproduct.
Yeah, it's much more than that.
Yeah.
Like I'm sore as today, but I can't wait for tomorrow's session.
Yeah.
Not necessarily because of a class, but just to get in here.
Yeah.
You know what I
Just
mean?
to be around everyone.
Yeah.
And it kind of like tricks your brain into being like, I'm going to get fit anyway, but this is like a little hack to keep training because you forget about it because of everyone around you. I think I didn't actually know that there was, you could have 100, 200, 300 people that are all like in one general area that are all nice, welcoming. I didn't know that was a thing. I don't think I knew that existed. I came from a small suburb as well, so maybe that didn't help.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't realize it was a thing. It kind of feels like how I imagine church would be or something like that. Like everyone's just friendly.
And then there's some people which join and you're like, how are you not a member?
Yeah.
How is this not a thing before?
Yeah.
You know, when they're like, they're just like, feels like so part of the like Southend community.
Yeah.
It's like, how did at one point you thought about not joining?
Exactly, yeah.
And that's one of our best, I think that's one of our favourite parts.
Yeah, that's one of my favourite parts.
It's
Or
seeing
people
new characters.
that join and they're like, oh, CrossFit's really hard, or I don't know, they've never really tried anything sort of super technical or anything really hard, and then they end up being that person who like is there 5 or 6 days a week.
Yeah.
They even start doing like competitions and like that's a crazy transformation to go from 0 to someone that's like an absolute.
Yeah, I love that.
Some of the common like things from a newbie that's inquiring to CrossFit. So when they see us and they're kind of not really sure, or maybe they've heard things about it, some of the things that I get asked is like, what is CrossFit? Like, is it kind of circuit training, or is it like F45? which I don't know if when people ask F45, what do you guys do there? Do they say, oh, it's kind of like CrossFit, but we don't do anything cool? Maybe they say that. No, I don't know. How do you explain it to people?
So a general structure of a class each day is you have a warm up, and this is all coached through, and so the coach takes you through every part of the class, and you all do it together as well.
So I arrive at the class, walk through the door.
Yeah, you arrive at through the door. The coach come over, say hello to you. If it's your first day, you've been coming here for 10 years, doesn't matter. Have a bit of a chat, bit of a laugh, and then they'll bring them over to the screen and do the briefing, and that'll be bang on the start of the time. We always start on time, don't we?
Got it.
Got it, unless it's the 8:30 class.
Yeah.
And then the coach takes them through the warm-up, the strength, the workout, briefs them on that, briefs them on the movements, and then they start into the warm-up. As they go through the class, then the coach goes into more detail on the strength component and then the workout component.
Yeah.
So the idea with CrossFit is trying to get strong and get fit together.
Yeah.
Which
I
think is
Yeah.
Which I think is just a perfect balance of, because you want to be fit and healthy, and you want to be able to run, you want to be able to move your body for a long time and quickly as well, and then you also want to have external load on your body as well. Whether you're young or getting older, there's always benefit to having muscle.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, because it is so varied, it is hard to describe sometimes, because every day is different.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean it's nowhere near random. So we follow, depending what block size we're in. So block is like the length of period over usually 12 to 16 weeks. Depending what the goal is of that block, is how the weeks and days are structured. So for the strength piece, it might be, which is usually in the first part of the session, it might be a traditional power lift, like a variation of a squat, so front, back squat. Occasionally we do bench and row type variations, but it's more focused to more full body functional style movements, right? So either a variation of a squat or a deadlift, and then either of the Olympic lifts, so the snatch and clean and jerk, in varying rep ranges, percentages, positions of that. There's like unlimited layers.
And is everyone lifting really heavy?
Everyone has to lift heavy, otherwise you can't come. No.
Get out.
Yeah, get out.
You can only go up by 20 kilos each side every time.
Yeah, that would keep the cost down, wouldn't it? Just only by 20 kilo plates. No,
I wouldn't be able to join the class then.
Some people start and stay on a training bar or even a PVC, or we use broomsticks. PVC is more of an American thing, I think.
Yeah.
We use broomsticks. Don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
I think you got some PVCs there.
I always think of PVC. Is it PVC glue?
That's PVA.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
PVA glue.
Yeah, PVC.
Yeah, different.
Polyvinyl chloride.
We don't have 20 pots of glue over there.
No.
Grab your PVA glue stick.
Anyway, it's a stick.
Yeah,
you can imagine
right.
it's like a broomstick, and you practice your lifts on that until you can eventually get to maybe a light bar with no weights, and then you can. That's why it's an endless
technique
progression.
first, right?
Yeah, technique always first.
So if you can air squat, just a normal squat body weight with good depth, knee position, feet position, torso position, so on. Then we go broomstick. That looks good. Bar. That looks good. Add weight. Looks good.
Yeah.
And so on.
And if you stay in that capacity with all the movements that you see in CrossFit, if you stay within that, listen to your coach, the people that do that the right way go so much further than the people who kind of try and race ahead, which is hard not to.
What if I have dodgy knees?
Yeah, so
Sport and so on.
in the example of a squat, we might reduce your range that you squat to, for example. Find a range that's not painful for you. But then we might also figure out it's a weakness point as well. So if we can actually get you, say, moving through load to a less range, and then maybe with no weight, we can start to work through some lengthening exercises, because maybe you haven't spent time in that position of a deep squat. That might be the issue. So while you're working on your mobility side of it, then you can work on the strength in a shorter range and then hopefully combine them together.
We had squat cleans today, didn't we? And I power cleaned.
You did, yeah.
Because my knees weren't feeling amazing.
Running shoes.
I got my running shoes on as well.
Yeah.
But it's all good.
Yeah.
Like, no one's going to shout at you. You can do what you want.
Yeah,
you know
exactly,
what I mean?
yeah.
Fully grown adults in this gym.
Yeah.
And if someone doesn't want to squat, there's being a bit, I don't want to squat because I'm being a bit lazy or being a bit like that. But majority of the time is everyone wants to do what's programmed. It would just be because their body doesn't feel great for one reason or the other. So we just switch it out.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the same with everything, right? Like we have the general structure, but that's what the coach is there for. Yeah. The coach is experienced. They have the training, they have the knowledge to either slightly change a movement or they can completely change it. My wife, for example, she has neck hernias and she was always told she can't do CrossFit and you know, back where she's from. In the last couple of years, she's done the most training and most progression in her fitness life, and her neck's actually becoming a lot stronger because of it. Yeah, she's just stuck to the scaled movements that avoid
there'll be
neck
certain
pain.
movements, there'll be certain movements she won't do. Right?
Yeah, she doesn't do like a handstand push-up, for example. But everything else she's done around it
So what does she do when that's programmed? What does she do?
She'll do another variation of a press. So she'll either do a push-up or like a deficit push-up. She might do a variation of a bench, like a dumbbell bench. Another pressing variation.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Occasionally she might do a overhead press, but not so much. But doing those other changes has allowed her to keep training and progress and still do CrossFit because there's thousands of other movements that she can do and get fitter, just as an example. Yeah, so...
Because I think it's a big fear, majority of people coming in, but they're not going to be able to do a lot of the movements and it's going to be embarrassing for them because they're going to walk in and there's going to be a class of 20 people and 19 other people are all going to be able to move perfectly.
Yeah.
And I'm like... I feel like we're very much a beginner to intermediate gyms in general.
I think that's the best fucking bit of CrossFit when you're like at the part where you have so much more to learn still.
Yeah.
Because then it's like that's the most hungry you get.
And like in Maroubra, we do have a few more people who you'd say are more like advanced athletes, but that's because we've been there for 10 years and it's kind of we've just sort of over time.
Yeah.
But our majority of our membership base there now, which is how many's there now?
300.
So 300 is still beginner to intermediate.
Yeah.
Well, how many out of that 300 would you say are more beginner to intermediate?
For beginner, say if in their first 6 months, it'd probably be at least a third of them, and then intermediate that next third or more, and then that top.
But really, like advanced people, you only probably got like what, 30 or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Depends who you consider advanced, but yeah. But you're right. They've been a lot of them. They've just been there for so long, or they've done CrossFit somewhere else and come to us.
Yeah.
And it's just that years of showing up consistently till they can get to a point where they can come and push themselves a lot of the days of the week because they've built up that capacity in themselves.
It's so cool seeing some members where I remember seeing them from day one when they walked in, and then because I'm down in Shell Harbour now, in our second space, I then see videos or I'll go up there and see them doing movements like pull-ups or bar muscle-ups, and I'm like, wow, like such an improvement. Same person, but like completely different.
Crazy.
Like Lucas, that video you had, even Claire, like her bar muscle-ups now, people will be like, they're amazing. You're so naturally good at them.
Yeah.
But I remember her working so hard on them for so long.
And that's all it is, eh? It's no secret sauce. It's just showing up, and the program it works.
Yeah.
The coaching it works, and the environment, because you get to see like they can do that. Like
you'd never master it.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Which keeps you coming.
Yeah.
Keeps you coming back for more, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because you like keep improving, but then there's like another step up and another step up.
Yeah. Yeah. If you can find that balance of managing your intensity through the week, listening to your body, and getting the right amount of days
Yeah.
And focusing on the things that you want to improve the most, and then the other things you kind of balance out a little bit and just show up and move more. But you can just keep training and getting better at everything until you die.
Yeah, and there might be days where it's a little bit more technical. So then there you just keep it a bit lighter and you work more technique and kind of like working more regular breaks maybe, just so you get the technique down. And then the next day might be bike and burpees and you just go full send on that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And so it's like you don't want to just be going 100% every time you train.
No. Yeah, you have to be very intentional.
And I think that's where a lot of the time I think our coaches are quite different to a lot of places as well. What I've seen is that like none of our coaches really shout and cheer people on.
No.
It's more pulling people back.
Yeah, it's not about it.
Just stand this up a little bit more, just get your elbow through a little bit more, just breathe, take your time, you know, like trying to calm people and like just so they move well.
Yeah, that military style that some people might have the
just yelling.
Yeah, they might have the misconception about CrossFit if they haven't been in a Southend CrossFit, for example.
Yeah.
They might just think it is like that, like military style. Fucking go, you get yelled at, sweaty, chalky. That's it.
Yeah.
But a lot of it's about moving the body and in all these different variations of movements around good people.
Yeah.
That's the secret sauce. That's the secret sauce.
What? Good movement, good people.
Yeah, that's our slogan.
Good sauce.
As of right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so to circle back, at the structure of a session, it varies through the week, but it usually starts with a strength component.
Yeah.
Either the traditional power lifts, Olympic lift, or a gymnastics skill or strength component. Then it goes into the workout, which is a varying time domain. So different time lengths, might be 7 minutes, might be 28 minutes, depending on the day. And it could be a combination of those gymnastics, the Olympic lifts, machine, body weight movement, a variation of any of those. And that's why no two workouts are the same unless we repeat a workout to retest it.
Like we done today.
Like we did today. It's just constantly varied. And I didn't invent that. That's from CrossFit themselves.
Yeah.
But
glad you said that.
That's the truth of it all.
Yeah, and I just want to touch on the variation because CrossFit traditionally was a lot more randomized, but I feel like it's developed in affiliates now where there is a lot more strength progressions throughout the cycle. So you're actually seeing progressions across the weeks. And we use the app we use as well. We make sure members put their weights into the app. So if they just started their back squats, they might be lifting 50 kilos, and then by the end of the cycle, they might be lifting 55 kilos. So they actually know they're progressing rather than, I think I'm stronger, you know?
Yeah.
Where you can actually see it and see yourself getting stronger, which is a motivating factor.
Yeah. So to conclude that, when someone messages you, hey Jacob, what is CrossFit? Is it F45?
Yeah.
Is it?
I just say, fuck F45.
Well, they're not actually. Well, I don't want to shit on F45.
Nah,
they're not our competition, but it's funny how like people kind of have that perception, and it is actually like I don't mind it when someone's come from F45 because it's kind of like they've got
I kind of describe
base.
it as it's kind of like small group personal training a little bit.
What we do here.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Where you got small groups of people and you got the coach who's actually coaching. Whereas a lot of these places, they're running a session. There's difference between running a session and coaching.
Yeah.
Running a session is just, all right, everyone, we're going to start the workout.
It's on the telly.
10 seconds, start.
Yeah.
Whereas coaching is actually breaking down individual persons, how they're feeling on that day. So that person might have had a bad day, so he's going to scale it for that person because that person's had a bit of a shit day.
Yeah.
That's the difference between like just running a session and actually giving a member value of why they're there, actually giving them purpose.
Yeah.
And trying to make them better as well.
Exactly.
You should get a little bit better every session.
Yeah. Or learn a little something
Yeah.
about a movement or about your ability. Or maybe something that you know you want to get better at next time.
Yeah.
Something like
You
that.
should always be learning. It's not like, oh, they've been doing it. They know what they're doing. I hate that. Oh, they know what they're doing. They don't need coaching. It's like, no one knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
What are you on about? Like, someone knows a bit more about someone else.
Yeah.
But no one really knows. No one knows everything.
No.
Right?
Definitely not.
So it doesn't matter if you've been doing it for a year, 5 years, 10 years. There's always ways to improve. The best athletes in the world all have coaches, whatever sport you're looking at.
Yeah.
So it's a weird,
Even you got a coach.
it's a weird viewpoint, but like people feel like they don't need coaching.
Yeah.
When they're in there. It's like, oh, I've been doing CrossFit for 3 years.
Yeah.
I'm good. It's like, you're still a beginner then, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
3 years, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a beauty to the class size and membership base size for how many coaches we have, and like our capacity to know people, because it's kind of in that balance point of we can still know people and the coaches can all know little bits about their life and about their abilities of training and all that sort of thing, but it's in a big enough of environment that it feels like a big family as well.
Yeah.
So that everyone can interact. So it's not so small that like it feels too quiet and private, but it's not too big like a chain gym where they forget about you. I think we're kind of in that sweet spot in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, like we fill the classes to like an appropriate size. So that there's a good vibe, but the coach can move around everyone, right?
Yeah.
And help each person. Because you don't want to ram in. There's a bit of a safety issue, and also if there's too many people, there's no way the coach is going to be able to get around.
Yeah. So CrossFit is for who? The way we do it.
I wouldn't say everyone, because everyone doesn't fit at Southend.
Yeah.
Like we have heaps of people come to it and they're just not the right fit. Like right fit for us or right fit for them.
Yeah.
But if you are a nice, good person who loves, friends, family, training hard and wants to like invest their time in a place which cares about them.
Yeah.
I think it's for those people.
Yeah, I think we value much more someone who has those values that has never trained in their life compared to someone who's an animal athlete that doesn't quite fit value-wise for us.
I don't think we would always keep them happy necessarily, because I couldn't give a fuck about their athletic ability, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just like having good people in the gym who respect everyone else and respect everyone's training space.
Exactly.
I guess.
Which you can do both, for sure.
Yes,
we got lots of those
yes,
too, for
you
sure.
can.
Yeah.
Just
But
to clear that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't need to have done CrossFit before to get into Southend.
Not. I love people coming in who've never done it before. It's the best.
That's what I say. That's exactly what I say to people.
Because I'm like, you have been doing this the hard way for so long.
Yeah.
Like I get excited for them because they've just been going to the gym, walking around. I'm like, fuck, mate. Like, you've made it so hard for yourself.
You don't know what you're missing.
We love training, and it would be so hard for me. Well, I'd done it for a period of time when they first came down here for like a couple of weeks, and it was miserable.
Yeah.
I hated it.
You went to
I still turned up.
normal gym.
Yeah. But I didn't enjoy it.
For how
at all.
long? Yeah.
Yeah. And so for people who are kind of like half in, kind of trained just because, a bit like you before you kind of got into CrossFit when you were a builder, it's like, it's very demotivating and you end up skipping sessions and
100%.
getting there and not really doing much.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Going off topic a little bit, sorry, but last year for a time I started doing jiu-jitsu in the city, And then it was more convenient for me to go to a nearby gym afterwards and do like my strength bodybuilding session. And it was this super fancy, like commercial style gym. And I was super buzzing when I got in there. Like, oh, look at all this brand new equipment. These floors are great. I took a photo of the floor, like, oh, we're going to do floors like this. The recovery facilities and all that sort of stuff. For the first couple of times, I was like, fuck yeah, this is epic. This is going to be so good for my training, like as an addition to my CrossFit and just starting jiu-jitsu training. And then I was realizing when I was going in there, like everyone, you walk past people, heads down. If they're not already in their headphones, you feel like you can't even approach someone. The staff don't say anything to you, for starters. Like, it feels like, I was like, is this staff member angry at me? Have I done something?
Yeah.
But, and then I realized like how special it is to have that environment that we have here.
Yeah.
Like it's, even for someone who I was just going there once every couple of weeks.
It's like spending loads of money on a really nice car, and then after like a couple of months, you could be fucking driving anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're in it, have a start, you're like, this is amazing. It's like you in the gym, it's like, oh, this is sick. All the brand new equipment, look at the floors, take a photo of those floors. You know what I mean? But then after a while, you start seeing the brand new equipment less and less.
Yeah.
You're not taking photos of the floor anymore.
No.
You know what I mean? But you are noticing that no one gives a fuck about you and talking to you and the atmosphere, the vibe and stuff like that.
And it was like, that's why this does not work.
And then you end up regretting spending 80 grand on a car when you can't afford the repayments.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. So yeah, getting back to who is Southend for? If they are a beginner, that's okay.
Yes. We don't expect people to know anything.
Yeah.
Like you can literally come in here, shut your head off, just come in, listen to the coach, and just enjoy the session. We don't expect you to know anything.
Yeah.
So
that's a nice part, huh?
We'll take beginners from a ground zero all the way up. But we have added some additional classes, haven't we?
The beginner class.
The beginner classes. And these are for people who still just feel a little bit shy or intimidated to jump in the normal classes. And it's there just to kind of build their confidence.
Yeah.
How are those beginner classes structured compared to like the normal classes?
It's a dual coach system.
Mm-hmm.
2 coaches on at once. So the main coach will take the main class, and then there'll be a small group cap for a second coach to go through, just so to slow it down that little bit more, allow the main coach to run the class, and then that second assistant coach or beginner coach can go a little bit slower and change things a little bit more if they need to for those athletes that are in their first few weeks.
Because the language can be a little bit...
Yeah, there's lots of terminology, right?
Yeah.
Lots of terminology.
Like you got your HSPUs, you're like, what's that?
Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll show you. That is a thing, like an underrated thing, I think, that we take for granted probably. Not having to like get yourself in the gym and then be like, even if you went in with like a plan, I'm going to hit chest and triceps, actually sticking to that and not cutting it like, oh, I'll just do 2 exercises today. Just, if you can get yourself to this door, we're not letting you go. Like you're staying, and then that's it. You've done the hardest part. Then it's all here.
Well,
if
I wasn't in my class today, there was no way I would have built up to 100 kilos on a plug-in, and there was no way I would have gone that hard on that work. Like, no chance.
Oh yeah, if you're by yourself, no chance.
No chance.
No chance.
You know what I mean? I was just stuck at 80, and then just sort of kind of cruise through that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the class really matters. The people around you really matters.
But the beginner classes are great as well because it allows people the opportunity to ask questions as well. So I don't know, I feel like people can feel like they can ask what they see as stupid questions, which, you know, it's not stupid to ask. But when you got 15 other people, it feels a bit intimidating to do that.
Yeah, maybe
Whereas
a bit
if there's
shy.
just like 1 to 4 of you, you can just be like, what's a power clean again?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
So it just takes that intimidation out a little bit for them, and just a little bit more focus and one-on-one with the coach to slow down everything. Like
Yeah.
you said.
On the topic of who are the people at Southenders, I think you coined this term maybe a year or two ago, our collective term for people who come to
Southenders.
Southenders.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a slow burn. I've stuck with it, but it seems to slowly
No,
get.
and it totally makes sense now. It actually is an identity.
Well, you know where I actually got it from. There's a show in UK called EastEnders,
Okay,
and I was like Southenders.
you stole it.
Well, I just kind of used that. I was like EastEnders, Southenders.
Yeah.
So that's where that came from. Yeah.
I feel like it makes total sense, and it is like an identity because it's how we determine like so many of the values that make a Southender, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, are you humble? Are you friendly?
Yeah.
Are you encouraging? Are you helpful? All
Yeah.
these sorts of things that make actually a Southender.
Yeah, just a good person, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to
Model citizen.
be blunt about it.
Yeah. Not a dickhead.
Yeah, not a dickhead.
Yeah,
Very important.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's how we would summarize to someone that has never heard of Southend, or maybe they've seen your mug come up on mug
Yeah.
online or in the newspaper or wherever you pop up. That's how we would kind of describe it to someone in terms of why we started, what Southend is, what we do here, and who are Southenders, and who are we?
Yeah, I love it.
We covered that, didn't we? Who are we?
Did we?
No. But maybe another episode.
Yeah, another episode.
Yeah. We're ghosts.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Doesn't matter.
You're
We're
the
irrelevant.
same colour as it goes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Are you happy with that?
think so, yeah.
Satisfied?
Yeah.
All right.